What is up, guys? It's been a while since I've done anything, but I am back. I'm gonna try to make more videos again. I should be getting at least one video out a week. I don't know how else I'm gonna be doing this. I do have a couple of other things I might be trying. I'll talk about it later. But first, as a lot of you may know, E3 has happened. It happened last week, starting or like 7 days ago, with the press conferences, and I thought, yeah, I'm a little late to the party, but I do feel like I should share my thoughts on E3. And there's a whole console war going on right now, and all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of places to see that, and I'm not really gonna get into it. I never liked the console wars. I don't like talking about the console wars. I think Microsoft. I mean, in short, I'm surprised what Sony did, making the PS4 used game free, or not free, but free to use games, and stuff like that. I'm very surprised I actually went out with that. I think Xbox, I don't think it's as bad as people are saying, but I think they had a terrible, like, they didn't get their message out there. I think the cloud computing stuff can be really cool if done correctly. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big tech guy, so I'm not 100% sure. But other than that, I mean, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into controllers or Xbox Live or PS3 versus Xbox 360, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I want both consoles. But until then, I'm going to stay with my PC anyways. So there's that, right? I'm not going to get into that. You guys can just type in Xbox One, and I'm sure you'll find it somewhere. But anyways, so what am I going to talk about in E3? E3 is a huge event. It has so many games. It has so many trailers, I guess, though. Like, there's not a lot, actual gameplay wise, especially from E3, but it's still exciting to see what's coming up, what's going to be coming out, and it's looking like another great year for 2014. I said 2013. This year was already a very strong year with The Last of Us came out just a couple days ago. Ni no Kuni, Tomb Raider, Beyond is coming out. A lot of great games coming out this year, and I think next year is also going to be great. Just a good day to like video games and love playing them. And I'm glad, E3 brought a lot of games that, I don't know if many of mine were a surprise. I didn't really get much into games like The Division or Crew or like the Ubisoft EA stuff. Like, the ones that were like brand new or announced, I didn't really quite get into it because those are just trailers and ideas. None of the ideas were exactly mind blowing to me. I heard a lot of people like The Division, The Witness, and all those kind of stuff. But I have a couple of games here that to me personally sparked my interest the most, and it all starts with. If you give me a second here, I need to actually organize this. So first up was from the Xbox or Microsoft press conference, and it is Project Spark. So Project Spark is, if you guys don't know, Project Spark is kind of like, I would say, almost like the next version of a Minecraft or a Forge from Halo or a map editor. And it just looks a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of people out there. Minecraft has really proven it that people are willing to spend hours upon hours to just build their own thing. And I don't know how strong Project Spark is going to actually be, but it's coming out for the 360. It's coming out for the Xbox One. Coming out for Windows 8. I just read it's be free to download. It looks like a lot of fun. Like, I've always been a big fan of creating maps and creating my own games and spending hours into it. I'm not as creative as I wish I was, but who knows? If you give me a much easier like template, like one of the things they showed off in the Microsoft conference is that they built like a whole world pretty quickly within just like just making a template. And that's really cool, and that makes my job a lot easier trying to think like, okay, where should I put mountains? Where should I put this? Where should I put that? And if you could just give me a map and I could build something within it, and that's great. And Project Spark is looking good. I don't remember if they said a release date. I probably should look these up, but yeah, Project Spark looks really fun. Looks kind of cool. I think it's possible that this might be another Minecraft type of game. I don't know if it'll be as popular as Minecraft, but I definitely can see a lot of people putting a lot of time into it. Next up, we have the surprise that actually surprised me probably the most is Titanfall. So Titanfall is Respawn's new game, and Respawn is the guys from Infinity Ward, the head of Infinity Ward. When they left, they created their new place, and they called it Respawn. And Respawn has recently come out and made a game called Titanfall. So when I first, was hearing about Titanfall, one of my friends gave me a description of like it's a multiplayer slash co-op type of game taking down big titans or big mechs or whatever. So when I heard that, um, when I heard that, I was thinking of something like a modern day Colossus or Shadow of the Colossus. And to me, that was really interesting. Shadow of the Colossus was a single player game that was on the PS2, and a lot of people love it. To a lot of people, it's a pretty dear game to their heart. I never played it personally, but I do like the idea of it, and I was kind of hoping for something very much like that. Where people to come together to take down a big AI Titan or even a human geez, please, a human Titan or whatever. And I thought it was gonna be kind of cool, like jumping on them, shooting them in certain weak spots, and kind of stuff like that. But in the end, we ended up with what I call Call of Duty with mechs, which at first, a lot of I personally was not impressed. It wasn't what I wanted, so I kind of felt down on it. But as time went on, seeing more about what the mechs can do, I'm not a big fan of mechs, but these mechs are much more mobile. I love what the pilots can do and how mobile they are. They can like double jump. They have jetpacks. They can wall run. That's like my type of thing. I love movement in shooters. Like I was playing Battlefield 3 with a couple of friends, and I just got annoyed because the guy can't move. You're in a big area. You only can drive tanks, which are very hard to control. Like I end up bunny hopping on Battlefield 3 during a close quarters map just because I'm kind of bored, just moving around. So I'm jumping a lot, and that's why I probably like Halo the most because I can move so much and I'm free of movement and I'm not limited by actual gunplay and stuff like that. And I don't know how Titanfall is actually gonna play, but it looks like it's gonna be a fun game. It is coming out for 360, Xbox One, and I believe PC, which I'm not too excited for because I'm pretty sure Titanfall is Origin, and I have troubles with Origin. But I'll find a way around it, and it looks fun. I mean, my friend who hates shooters, he likes talking about how much he hates Call of Duty, but he's excited for this, so it could be a fun game. We'll see what happens here with Titanfall. Next up, we have a game that this is the third version, and I have not finished the first two versions, but I'm still excited for it, and that is The Witcher 3. I can't really find a better picture, but with Witcher 3, so I played a lot of Witcher 2. I think I have 20 hours into Witcher 2 or something like that. But I don't know why I like this game. I don't really like Geralt or whatever his name is. The world is not too exciting to me. But and the combat is really not that great to me. But for some odd reason, just Witcher 2 is just it's so polished. I do like it, obviously. Like I kept playing it, but it almost kind of confused me. Like I don't know what I'm playing or why I like it, but I'm gonna just keep going. And I haven't finished the game though, so I do plan on probably playing through it. Witcher 2. I played some of Witcher 1. I despise the combat there, so I don't know if I'll play that. I might try it. I don't know. Um, but I'm probably gonna try to play through those two games and stream them before Witcher 3 comes out. But that's not until next year. That game is actually only coming out, I believe, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. No 360 or PS3. This is like one of the only games that aren't split platform. But yeah, Witcher 3, pretty simple. I heard they're coming open world. If you don't know the Witcher series, it's kind of known for being a little bit more mature, very it's kind of like this higher elite praise. Like it's one of those games that have more praise, seems like, critically rather than being popular, which usually I'm kind of against. But I end up liking Witcher 2, and I can't wait to play it again. I'm gonna probably try it again next year, so that should be kind of fun. Next up, I believe we have only a couple more, 3 more, I believe. Next up is from one of my favorites. One of my favorite companies, developers, and that's Destiny. Not a big surprise here. To me, so what the game looked like, I didn't really know much what it was, but they kind of made it sound like it was an MMO that was going to be fun, or I mean an MMO that without like the hassle of MMOs. And that's when I watched one of their interviews. That's kind of what they said. Like we took a lot of things from other types of genres and put them into ours, which I've always felt like why don't more people do that? But Bungie guys, I mean, the graphics look fantastic. Uh, the gameplay looks fun. It looks like a Halo Borderlands game, I would say, and that to me is really appealing because I love Borderlands and I love Halo, and it looks like it's gonna be a fun multiplayer game as well. And I can't wait. Like if I can play an MMO game without feeling bogged down by grinding or subscription and stuff like that, that's a fantastic game. I mean, a lot of it's already coming out. Destiny's not quite the hidden game it once was, but Destiny looks like a lot of fun. Sadly, it's not coming to the PC yet, or at least it's not confirmed. I really hope it comes to the PC. If not, I'll probably end up just getting it for the PS3 or 360, and that kind of sucks. I want it for the PC, so hopefully it comes out for the PC. But otherwise, I believe this is coming out next year as well. Not a launch game or anything like that. Next up, we have Watch Dogs. There it is. So Watch Dogs is a game since the last E3 that I've been just super excited for. It was the game that, graphically was like, this game looks like it's next gen. And, ever since then I've been super excited about it. I've realized that I like these open world crime simulators. Like, I haven't played GTA, or I haven't played it or anything like that. But I haven't played GTA. So, you know, but I love Saints Row. I love Sleeping Dogs. I'm probably gonna love Watch Dogs, both dogs. And I can't wait for Watch Dogs. The more I see it, the more fun it looks. It's starting to feel more like a game now, though. Like before, it just seemed kind of like they put this concept out there and they showed what the concept can be. But in the end, these concepts aren't going to be fully fledged out on games, at least to every single person. But it's still impressing me. I still cannot wait for it. Hopefully I get Sleeping Dogs too. But if not, I'm sure Watch Dogs and my next game will pull me over. And last but not least, this is, I believe, coming out end of this year, launch title kind of stuff. And it is coming from PC, so I'm happy about that. And last but not least, we have Saints Row 4. So this is not really the game I'm most excited for. The reason I ended up putting this last is because I decided that I'm gonna stream Saints Row 2 and Saints Row 3 before Saints Row 4 comes out, which is coming out in August. So I'll probably get to that very soon. And I can't wait. I mean, I love the Saints Row series. It's just a lot of fun. I like its more wacky nature than a GTA, and I hope it's great. I mean, it looks like it's more Saints Row, and how can you hate that? I mean. But other than that, I mean, I don't have much else to say. Those are the games I was the most excited for. E3 was a lot of fun. Like I said, these are just the big games. Like, I don't really quite get into the smaller games, but these are just the big games, and just I feel like all these can be like a contender for like top 3, in my top 10 list. And it should be a fun year. I still have another game like Ace Attorney, which is my personal love, and which I feel like will end up being one of my favorite games for this year. But that wasn't at E3, or at least I didn't see anything from E3. It is coming out very soon. I believe in summer, like end of August or something. I don't know. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I thought I would maybe put a little more positive spin to E3, kind of avoid the console wars. There's a lot of great games coming out there. There's a lot of great things that came out of E3. I hope you guys, if you were watching it, I hope you guys see the potential in a lot of these games. And I know Xbox One has a bunch of crap, with it, but I hope you guys find games that you like. That's why we're all gamers. We love games. We don't necessarily care what console we're on, or at least we shouldn't. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Adios.